And why you do this news, record-breaking Chris the sheep gets shorn, aka the sheep got shaved and got his wool cut off. This article takes place in Australia. I don't know when it was published, but I'm assuming it was most recent because it came under the most recent topics on the website. So it takes place in Australia. The Australian sheep shed almost half of its body weight, yielding 89 pounds of wool. Can you imagine holding 89 pounds in your hand of wool? Imagine carrying that around. That's ridiculous. So, Tammy Van Dags, I don't know how you pronounce her name, but chief executive of the Canberra, once again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, RSPCA, who rescued the sheep and who named it Chris, and said she hoped to register the fleece, which is the wool, with the Guinness World Records, which I can see 89 pounds of wool being a world record because of how massive it is. And later on in the article, they state the average weight of a fleece for a sheep. So Chris spent 6 years hiding in the caves to grow his rage fleece that weighed over 60 pounds when it was cut in 2004. So from 2004 to now, I guess it weighs 30 pounds more than it did when it first got cut off. So he got freshly cut in 2004, then he waited, I'm assuming like 11 years to get it cut again, and it weighed 30 pounds more than it did previously. So, champion shearer Ian Elkins, which I never knew that you can become a champion shearer, right? I don't know how you do that, but anyways, Ian Elkins, who was called to trim Chris, said the sheep appeared to be in good condition. And I'm wondering how the sheep could be in good conditions when it says that it was hiding in caves for 6 years, and I'm assuming that it had to probably kill other animals for food. I don't know how it got water or anything because it's hiding in caves, so I'm not assuming that there's not much water or food. But Mrs. Van Dags, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's some Australian name. Said he had suffered skin burns from urine trapped in his fleece and could have died within weeks left in the wild. Which, yeah, because when you have that much wool, I can see it getting not even the piss, like more of the other stuff, the poop. I can see that getting caught in there. So he probably stunk like crazy, like he probably smelled awful. But I can see how the urine, because there's a bunch of chemicals in the urine that is not good for you. Well, I mean, the humans can drink it, but I don't know if it's good to be sitting on your skin for long amounts of time. Hence why he has skin burns. I don't know if humans can get skin burns from urine. I don't know. But Mrs. Van Dage, I'm just gonna give up on saying her name because I really can't pronounce it. Also said, quote, "When we first brought him in yesterday," meaning yesterday when this article was posted, or when she gave the statement, "he was really shy, shaking, and could barely move his head away from the people, and could barely get up and walk," which is pretty sad because I love any kinds of animals. Like, I have 2 dogs, 6 cats, so I'm an animal lover, and it's sad to see or hear about an animal not being able to barely move or walk, which is sad. The drugs might be wearing off right now, but he's actually coming to you and actually wants to be pet. He's certainly moving a heck of a lot better, end quote. That came from the woman who found the sheep. Chris would be found a new home after the doctor gives him an okay. So after he leaves the vet, after he gets all his shots, everything he needs to get done, just like a dog. When you get a new dog, or when you get a new cat or a dog, you have to go and get his shots like every, I don't know. I never had this problem with like a cat or a dog before, having to go and get his shots or anything, because we bought it from the actual animal store, so they already got their shots and everything. But if you guys don't know, you have to take an animal to get the shots within like 3 months. I don't know the exact date, but you have to get the shots and everything to make sure it's all healthy before you can actually give it a bath, go outside with it, so it doesn't get some kind of illness or sickness or whatever. So after Chris the sheep gets all done, he will hopefully find a new home. And it also says that he was found like a little whiles away from he was found nowhere near a sheep farm, so they don't know where he came from. Australian sheep fleas. This is going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, where Chris's wool fleece weighed 89 pounds after it was cut. So the average Australian sheep's fleece usually weighs, take a guess, 11 pounds. 11 pounds for an average sheep, and his weighed 89. That's ridiculous. As compared to Chris's weighing 60 plus when it was first cut and 89 pounds when it was cut recently. Which is just mind blowing. But you guys saw the pictures of Chris throughout the video, and I would say that he's pretty damn cute. I would love to have a sheep, not living in the city or anything. Like if I lived on a farm or anything, I would love to own a sheep or like a cow or something. I just think it would be really cool to own a farm animal, like living out on the farm. Or like somewhere in Ohio where there's a lot of land for them to roam and everything. Being in the city like I am not, well, not the city, like not a highly, like not where there's a lot of land, let's just say that, for like farming and everything. If I lived in a farm or near a farm with a lot of land, I would definitely get one. I think it would be pretty cool. But as always, the link to this article will be down in the description, and the link to the previous news article will be down in the description also, so make sure you guys go and check both of those out. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. And you fucked up news. The teenager wakes up in grave in Honduras only to die in the hospital. Which the first part, which she dies in the hospital, which I don't know what is